One of the biggest tournaments in women's football is about to kick off. That's right, Euro 2022, of course, starts early next week. And I thought we'll have a go at the ladies' game this summer, of course, and predict each and every one of the games from the first one all the way through to the final. But, of course, first and foremost, we've got the group games. And, of course, match number 1 is just about to start. So here we go. Right, folks, back once again with a prediction video today. That's right, we're dipping into the ladies' game. That's right, it is Women's Euro 2022 over in England and it's about to start, of course, early next week. So I thought we'll go in there with our predictions for match number 1, part 1 in this video, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe to keep back to all things women's football, Blackburn Rovers related, of course, world football itself related, boys and girls. We got it all here under one roof. Of course, I feel starved of football, of course, so I thought maybe we should explore a developing game that is, of course, the ladies' game. That's right, women's football. We are also hoping to do some more women's football in the domestic season. Of course, Blackburn Rovers have a decent ladies' team, so hopefully they can we can get a bit of coverage for them. But of course, right here now is the international scope. We'll take a look at, of course, Euro 22 match day 1, part 1 in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VRPs, and of course, if you do, smash your subscribe to cover. You'll get your coverage here, right here at Blackburn Rovers. But anyway, let's jump in the deep end then, shall we? Of course, remind ourselves of the nations, and now we are going to take a look at the nations in Group A and of course Group B today. Those of course are the first set of matches, and then tomorrow we'll be back for Group C and D, and I'm being joined with Millie. She'll be with me in just a second. But anyway, these are the nations that of course will make up Group A. Of course, kicking it all off with in fact, before we get into it, yes, you can indeed join the prediction league. That's right, it is a brand new squeaky clean prediction league by Super Brew. Fantastic website. This is a demo, a trial run of it. Of course, if it's a fantastic platform, and of course if it works out administrative wise for my side of things, and also for the enjoyment for you guys, then we will be back using this platform for the vast majority of the prediction leagues moving forward. So get involved, it is free. You're gonna have to do a bit of a setup process, but go to that website, Cutley/Euro 2022, go through the process and then get your predictions in. Now you can actually go in and predict all the match days for all the games for match number 1, but right here right now we're just going to be looking at match day number 1, part 1 for groups A and B. But this is the link. Use the QR code, very, very savvy. And of course, here come the teams or the nations. Of course, starting in the left-hand corner is the hosts, and probably one of the favourites. It is England. That's right. Of course, England qualified as hosts, secured the deal back in the 3rd of December 2018. Their 9th final. 2017 was the last. They've yet to win it. Of course, runners up in 1984 and in 2009. They are long overdue to winning the Euros. 8th in the world according to the way of the women's rankings, and a 9-2 to lift the trophy at the end of it. They are joined by these bad boys. It is Austria. Qualified as Group G runners-up, secured the deal on 23rd of February 2021. Second finals for them. 2017 was the last. They actually made the semi-finals in 2017, so there could be a bit of a dark horse for this group. 21st in the world rankings at the moment, 66-1 to go the distance and lift the trophy. They are joined by Northern Ireland. That's right, making their debut. That's right, qualified as playoff winners. Secured the deal on 13th of April 2021. First finals for them. 48th in the world rankings and 250-1, of course, and yet to really kick a ball in the European Championship for them. But of course, they could, with some local support not too far away, get involved. And Norway, that's right, Group C winners, 27th of October 2020. They've been qualified for a long time. 12th finals for them. 2017 was their last. They won it in 1987 and 1993. 12th in the world rankings. Of course, they're up there. They're credible, and they are 12-1 to go the bloody distance. Now moving into Group B, of course, it is, of course, my team, my nation. It is Germany. That's right, of course, Germany. Big winners, of course. They qualified as Group I winners. Secured the deal on 23rd of October 2020. That's the 11th final for them. 2017 was their last, and they won it. Serial winners. They won in 89, 91, 95, 97, 2001, 2005, 2019, and 2013. They're long overdue. Not really. They're serial winners, multiple winners. 3rd in the world, of course. 6-1 to go the distance. Keep an eye on the Germans. They're joined by the Danes, though, who are also 8-0/just qualified as Group B winners. 27th of October 2020, they secured the deal. 10th tournament for them. 2017 was the last. Runners-up in 2017. 270, 15th in the world rankings, and 25-1. La España makes a very, very, this is a group of death. It is Spain, of course, Group D winners, 3 winners, of course. 18th of February 2021 was their date. They secured the deal. 4th finals for them. 2017 was the last. They made the semi-finals though in 1997. 10th in the court, of course, according to the world rankings, and 9-2. And wrap it up. It is the Finns, of course, qualified as Group E winners as well. 19th of February 2021. 4th finals for them. 2013 was the last. They've actually made the semi-finals back in 2005. 25th in the world, and 201 to lift the bling. That's right. So, of course, joining me today is Millie, of course, part of the Overseas Mafia. She's here with me to talk about Euro 2022, the women's, of course, and she's going to bring her expertise with us to talk about that. So while we're here, before we get into the meat of the matter, do you have any favourites? Who do you expect right here, right now, off the cuff? Who do you think's who are you going to be cheering on, and who do you think will actually win Euros right here, right now? Just to give us an exclusive.
Well, obviously, I'll be cheering on England because obviously it's my home team, isn't it?
It is.
But I've got to say, I don't think they'll win it. I think it'll mostly be between Spain and possibly Denmark, maybe.
Ooh, the Danes. Well, fortunately for England, it is being played in England, so with that could be a major benefit for them. But anyway, we're going to go into it. We're going to do these first 4 games today, and then tomorrow we'll come back for the other 4 games. So anyway, let's get into this one. First and foremost, it is, of course, coming out of Group A. It will be England up against Austria, and that game will be at Old Trafford, and that's coming on you, I think, the 6th of July. So these 2 nations, according to my stats in front of me, have played each other 5 times in 2010. England winning all 5 of them, of course. Austria, though, do come into this. Of course, Irene Fuhrman is the manager up against Serena Weigman, the English manager. Of course, they're 5 times they play each other since 2010. England winning all 5 of them. Their biggest win over Austria was a 4-0 win. They've scored 14 goals to Austria's 0 in the course of those 5 games, picking up around about 2.8 goals a game ratio compared to Austria's 0. But Austria come into this winning 5 of the last 6 games, 83% form. England coming into this 100% form, winning at least the last 6 games. Of course, the last time that these 2 nations played each other was a 1-0 win back in November 2021. England coming out on top, of course, on that one. And of course, heading into this match, England picking up a 4-0 win over Switzerland. That was today. They played that today, fresh off the toast there. And of course, Austria picking up a 1-0 win over Belgium, of course. And they come into this on back-to-back clean sheets. So they do look pretty decent for this. Of course, before we get to our predictions, we're going to take a look at the odds. 6-1 on England, our favourite to win this game, but it is opening game. Maybe a little bit of nerves, you just don't know. 6-1 is your draw, 11-1 is your long shots. It is Austria. Millie, what you got for this one? England up against Austria. Give it to us straight.
I think, to be honest, that it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
She's going for a draw here. Anyone that we should maybe keep an eye out for, a superstar player in this game?
So it's Lauren Hemp. She plays for Man City. She's a forward, and she's one to look out for. She is. Well, it could be the star of the tournament. So maybe go with the draw there. I have gone with, what have I gone with? England victory here. Here it comes. Yeah, 3-0 for me. 1-1 for, of course, Millie. Who will be smiling? Will it be me? Will it be Millie? We'll see, of course, the next week, of course. Anyway, next up, of course, we have Norway up against Northern Ireland. That will take place on Thursday, July the 7th, of course. 7-7, of course, 2022. Of course, Norway managed by a Swede, Martin Sorgen, up against Northern Ireland's Kenny Shields. That's right. They'll take place at St. Mary's. That's down Southampton Way. They played each other 6 times in 2011, 5 wins for the Norwegians, 1 win, of course, for the Northern Irish, and there's been 0 draws, of course. Norway, they'll come into this, the biggest win over Northern Ireland, a 6-0 win, the biggest win for Northern Ireland over Norway. There was a 3-1 win. Of course, the goals scored by Norway against Northern Ireland in the course of those 6 games, 22 compared to Northern Ireland's 4, works out around about 3.67 goals a game for Norway against Northern Ireland, where, of course, Shields ladies are coming with a 0.67 goals game ratio. They also come into this pretty woeful form. Northern Ireland haven't won in the last 4 games up against Norway, who've won 5 in the bounce, 83% form for them heading into this. And of course, they played each other reasonably recently. Back in November 2019, it was a 6-0 win for Norway. In fact, they won back-to-back 6-0 wins over Northern Ireland. So it'll be hopefully maybe a chance for the Irish to bounce back. They do come into this on the back of a 4-1 loss to Belgium. Norway picking up a 2-1 win over
of course, Denmark, a country close to our hearts, Millie, right now, Denmark. Of course. So what do you think about this one? The odds, I'll give you the odds, of course, 18-1 on Norway, red hot favourites. 10-1 is your draw, 28-1 your long shots. It's Northern Ireland, though, but Millie, she might be, of course, going for the underdog. What do you think about this one, Millie? Go for it.
Well, I think, to be honest, that Northern Ireland are going to win 2-1.
She's going for a big 2-1 win on this one. Anyone that we should be keeping an eye out for on this game, maybe?
So there's 2 on each team. Northern Ireland have got Simone McGill, she's a forward, and Rachel Furness, she's a midfielder. And Norway have got Guro Rating, she's a midfielder, and Ada Hedgeberg, she's a forward.
Love the pronunciation there, Millie. Is smashing it. Absolutely smashing it. So she's gone for an upset there. Northern Ireland with the win. I'm going with a 2-0 win for Norway on this one. Of course, kicking off on it is Spain up against Finland. That now is it over in Group B, of course. And that match will take place, I believe, on the 8th of July at the Stadium MK. Boo, that's right. Of course, taking place Spain with Jorge Vilda, the governor there. Finland, Anna Signal, of course, the Swede, the manager there. Of course, these two nations have played each other 4 times since 2015. 4 wins for Spain, nothing for Finland. And of course, coming into this one, the biggest win for Spain over Finland was a 5-0 win, the biggest win in the way. There wasn't one. So, of course, Finland hoping to turn the tide there. 14 goals scored by Spain over Finland since, of course, 2015. Works out around about 3.5 goals game ratio compared to the 0.5 goals scored by Finland. Finland also coming to this just 1 win in 6 in their form book. Not great. Up against Spain, unbeaten the last 6. Pick up 3 wins and 3 draws. The last time they played each other, 5-1 win it was for Spain back in August 2018. Spain coming to us on a big 7-0 win over Australia. That was back 25th of June. Finland coming to us on the back of a 5-1 smashing. They lost to Japan. Odds on this one, though. We have Spain 50-1 on. Unbelievable favourites. Don't put your money there. 18-1 is your draw. 50-1, your long shots. Finland, what do you got on this one, Millie?
So I've put down that Spain are going to win 2-1.
That's what we wanted to hear. Any standout stars, superstars on the team for the Spanish?
So Spain have got 2. They've got Athena del Castillo. She's a forward that I know of.
Cool.
And Alexia Pateles.
All right.
She's a
right.
midfielder. I think I've got that wrong way around. I can't remember.
It's fine. You did great. We got a couple of players there. We got the names. We'll keep an eye on them. And of course, we do both anticipate a big win for Spain. I've got 4-1. Of course, Millie's gone with a 2-1. And of course, that'll be advantage Spain in a very, very tricky group, which of course includes the Germans. The Germans will take on Denmark, of course, at the Brentford Community Stadium, also on the 8th of July. Of course, Germany managed by Martina Voss Tenkelberg up against Denmark, and of course, Lars Sondergaard. Of course, played each other 6 times, 2007. Of course, now this on paper looks quite a difficult game. 3 wins for Denmark, 2 wins for Germany, 6 draws in the middle there. So did I say 6 draws? I mean 1 draw in the middle there. Of course, Germany coming into this winning 2 of the last 6 in all competitions, all venues, up against the Danes who've just lost 1 to the last 5. However, the biggest win for Germany over Denmark, 4-0 win. The biggest win for Denmark over Germany, 2-1 win. Germany scoring 9 goals compared to Denmark's 4 over the course of those 6 games. Works out around about 1.5 goals game ratio compared to Denmark's 0.67. And the last time they played each other was in the quarterfinal of the European Championships back in 2017. It was a 2-1 win for Denmark. So, of course, that could be a swaying factor. Of course, Denmark did lose to Norway, though, heading into this. Of course, Germany did a big 7-0 win over Switzerland, of course, around about 24th of June. The odds for this one, 15-8 on is your Germany, 10-3 is your draw, 7-2 is the Danes. But which way will Millie go on this one?
I put down that 0-0.
0-0. It could very much be a 0-0 draw because it is quite an evenly matched team. Any stars for either of the nations for this one?
So Germany, they've got Svenja Hutch, she's a forward, and Sarah De Bruyne, she's a midfielder.
Cool.
And Denmark have got Pernal Harder, who's a forward.
All right, those are the names to keep an eye out, as of course we'll come back for the results next week on this one. But so on paper, Denmark 0-0 for Millie against Germany. I've got with the 2-1 win because I am German, so I'm going to back the ladies. And they said the back boys, but back the ladies on this one. So there you go, folks. There's our predictions for Matchday number 1 for groups A and B. Tomorrow we'll be back for group C and D. So make sure you get your predictions down below, and also make sure you hop over to Super Brew and get your predictions in there. So of course, see if you can compete with us. It's something new we're trying out on the channel for the predictions. prediction leagues moving forward into the summer. This is, of course, a test run, and hopefully you'll get your name in there and, of course, get your name in lights. So it's good fun, lots of points to be offered, but that will do just about it. And there you have it, folks. There you have it. Of course, be sure to get your own predictions and using the prediction league here, Cutley/Euro 2022. It is by Super Brew. It is fantastic, and there is a lot of points on offer. Of course, you can win points for getting the score bang on the nose, multiple points, of course, getting points for getting close to the money, and of course 0 points for not getting anywhere near it. It is of course a trial for us. We're starting, of course, looking at this as to be the weapon of choice for our prediction leagues moving forward. It does make things a whole load of things easier for me. Of course, we're going to have a load of leagues coming at you very, very soon on the channel. Of course, we've got the domestic seasons across England, of course, the big leagues across Europe, Champions League and all that kind of stuff, and of course, World Cup later this year. That's, of course, in the men's game, and of course, we'll be looking at the women's game as well. We hope to have Millie back covering Blackburn Overseas ladies later on the season. So if you are into the women's game, cheeky, get involved, of course, with the channel. Smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, smash the little bell as well, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. We'll be back tomorrow. Millie again will join us. We've got to keep an eye on her because she's actually going on a holiday for a chunk of the tournament, so hopefully we'll get the predictions in before she goes. But anyway, that is it. Make sure you smash the old subscribe, check the little bell, and of course we'll see you, of course, tomorrow for another one. But until then, boys and ladies, we are out of here.